and move on to.
Now
let's go to Rashaad.
You want to just because it won't get another. Okay.
Nah, it's okay. Rashaad in Mississippi. You're live with Eric and Jamie.
Yes. Hey guys.
Hey.
So wow, the Muslim guy. Whew.
You know what? We don't get enough Muslim people calling in.
Yeah.
And you know what is also funny is we've been getting, actually I've gotten two different ways that people have, one person called in to me this week to talk to me, and we got an email of people saying, you know, both of them were Christians who watched the show, and we deeply appreciate it. And they think that's amazing that if you don't agree with us, you can still watch and still engage in a meaningful, constructive way. But what they said was, how come you have all of these people who have no idea what they're talking about? Yeah. You're only picking the Christians who can't engage. And my response is, guys, these are the only people who call. These are the only ones who call. If you want to have that high-level discussion, if you want to call and you know apologetics, if you want to call and you know all of these different topics that you want to get involved in at a higher level, freaking call in, because we will take your call. But up until that point, we're only going to take the people who call in. So, I'm sorry, I had to respond to that because I had to say the same thing to both of them, and they were just floored. They like, oh, we thought you were just selectively picking, inept callers. And
we will take your call.
No, actually, a lot of the callers that we get on are very emblematic of the people who I went to church with, and who people should see because, I mean, it exists out there, and often we're engaging with these people, every day. Out of all of the people watching, there are neighbors, there are family members, there are church elders who will call in and say these kinds of things. It's not ridiculous to them, and being able to see how you can engage and that it's not something that is beyond, being able to talk about is important. But Rashaad, I've been talking over you. What did you want to talk about?
Well, my question is, how do you feel about the cracks that are starting to appear in the walls separating church and state? For example, here in Mississippi, here in Mississippi, our governor just had it where he has embraced Christianity as our state religion. In God We Trust is on our emergency vehicles now, on our tags. If you don't want it on there, you got to pay extra money. Let's see, Arkansas just had the 10 Commandments monument. The conversation of should 10 Commandments be in front of schools or displayed on schools is starting to be talked about again. Is prayer in schools is also starting to be talked about again. And here at my own college, which I go to a Christian college.
I'm sorry to hear that.
But yes, it's awful. Philosophy classes, all apologetics. But recently they have a group that wants to present Christian doctrine to the public schools of Mississippi and wants to argue for that to be a thing. So my question is, what are some steps that we as atheists, free thought people, skeptics can do to help combat this budding theocratic thinking?
So the Freedom from Religion Foundation is going to be a fantastic resource. In order to have lawsuits, you need standing. And it sounds like you're in a situation to either help find people with that standing or to have that standing yourself. Additionally, there's, the
American Atheists.
There's also American Atheists. There's also
Jeff was actually here in the studio. He was one of the lawyers for American Atheists.
Yeah, I was here. I knew that. I just wasn't in my chair.
No worries.
I gave Jeff my chair.
That's how much I know. I care. I just wanted to make sure he was mentioned. He was in the show.
That's how much I care, Eric. There's also a small organization in Austin that does a lot of great work. I forget what their name is. They'll take your donation as well. However, you can also reach out to the Satanic Temple if you want, because when there's cracks in that wall, they like to run through as well.
I actually don't even feel like it's a crack. I don't even feel like they're cracks anymore. It feels like a suggestion.
No, I was going to say, there have been cracks for years, and it's not so much a wall as it is a dam, and damn, some shit be flooding through.
Yeah. So what can you do, Rashaad? Yeah. Here's what you can do. Are you ready?
Okay.
As a student,
I'm ready.
As a student, you can gather other people, and they don't have to be atheists. There are plenty of believers in different faiths who would agree that when you try to take down the separation of church and state, what you're doing is you're creating the foundation for a theocracy. And that is not something that is beneficial to everyone. And it doesn't matter what faith you are, what it will do is it'll create first and second class citizens, right? You can create that. If you're busy, right, what you can do is you can find another organization like Jamie was listing, right, that is either local or national and support them, right? You can help by sending money. If you can't send money, totally okay. With organizations like these, it's help. It's helping hands. It's if you have some extra time, work a phone bank. I mean, if you want to talk specifically about religion, get in touch with Recovering from Religion and join their hotline project because they need.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Wait
It's
a minute.
fucking
There's a thing
amazing.
called Recovering from Religion? What?
Oh, it's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
So Recovering from Religion was started by Dr. Darrell Ray, and Dr. Darrell Ray has also done some amazing other projects. He did the Pastor Project? No, the Clergy Project, and then the Clergy Project.
That was no. Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't think that was.
Oh,
Darryl.
was that Dale?
No,
See, I fucked it up.
someone
All right.
else did that. Yeah.
No worries.
I mean, I'm happy
Okay.
to take credit for lots of things as well, but
Secular therapy
is what he.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So Recovering from Religion, well, I'm just going to get to the base of it, right? There's the Hotline Project. And what the Hotline Project is it is an amazing, see, I'm blushing. I can't believe I messed that up. The whole audience went, no,
yeah.
that's not it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the
I'm
live
sorry.
chat's
I
like,
fucked it
wow,
up.
the audience jumped down.
Yeah, no, that's all right. I'm happy to be wrong. But what you can do is become a peer support member. And I volunteered for this, and I've seen that you get people all over the place that just want to call in and talk to somebody, and that can make the biggest difference, right? And you have access to this massive database that you can help plug them in wherever they're at or help give them the resources. So, secular therapy puts you in touch with therapists who are not going to push a religious agenda. Go ahead.
And what I will say is, you're asking for these resources. People ask for these resources all the time, and people have trouble finding them all the time. Everyone knows that it's Christmas time. There's going to be church Santas in front of everything where you can give your money. It's easy to give to churches. It's difficult to help out secular folks like you and me. So having these resources, even if you're less interested in the Clergy Project, means, among other things, that you can pass those resources along as well. Mm-hmm. It sounded like from the beginning of your call, Rashaad, that you were interested specifically in sort of political style issues of policy, like separation in church and state.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't like to get political, but
I mean,
the religious part is very important.
Yeah. So what I will say is, American Atheist does a fantastic job and is doing a fantastic job in focusing on local engagement, right? So one of the things that Jim Helton, the field organizer for American Atheist, wants to do is not just have regional directors and not just have state directors, but have assistant state directors for every major metropolitan city in a state. Mm-hmm. So I don't know where in Mississippi you're currently located. You can certainly withhold that information in order to not be surrounded by
I'm right
pitchforks.
here in Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Right here in Jackson.
So they may very well not have an assistant state director for Jacksonville. I'm not sure whether you want to be a person that is literally a business card carrying atheist.
And if
you could do that, and they give you all of the resources that you need to get involved and make change happen.
And if you want to be hands-on but don't want to get your name out there are other things. The Beyond Belief Network from Foundation Beyond Belief is a
writing these down.
Huge group that goes out and they're able to kind of touch base, and that's a really, really awesome group to support. And at the very least, right, if none of those things are doable, you can still help.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to get the word out as much as we can, but we can only get to so many people. So it really this is the part where I say like and subscribe, because I mean, if you share it out, if you subscribe, if you hit like, we move up in the YouTube algorithm and we're able to reach more people. And that can be a way, right?
Yeah.
Leaving a good review on Google Play and iTunes.
Yeah.
You know, these are different ways that we can get to reach more people. And it really does help. It really helps.
Yeah. That and
Really trying to do that.
Yeah, contrary to popular belief, people that are very hardcore, the earth is 6,000 years old, fundamentalists, do deconvert. That's a thing that happens. And who knows? You spread the word, someone else in Mississippi hears this, lived there their whole life, they've never heard our opinions or thoughts on any of this, and then boom, they start their own podcast, and it's better than ours, and then they take over.
Well,
there's
room for everybody.
And we go bankrupt. Yeah, there's room for everybody, and the movement is growing.
And
so what is it? What is there something more specifically that we can tell you? Because right now we just keep throwing out this really long laundry list of everything.
Well, I mean, you're giving me what I really asked for. I didn't really ask for specifics. I just wanted to know how I could get involved. I've been wanting to do it. It's just I didn't know where to start. So I was like, okay,
well, so
let's
what,
go to the guys that have been doing this for a while.
So what I didn't want to do was like, oh, okay, here's a long list of things you can do to get involved, and then you feel like, yeah, I can get involved, but don't have all right, step one, go to nameofwebsite.org, sign up here, get involved this, like, I want to help you. I'm not just going to train you for the race. I'm going to tie your shoes for you. Let's get this going.
Yeah. And we can use volunteers too.
Yes.
I mean, we're always needing volunteers.
Step 1, graduate. Step 2, move to Austin, volunteer here, because damn, we need volunteers.
I don't know what the hell he's talking about, but you can volunteer right where you are, no matter where you are. Because we can absolutely use people online as well, Jamie.
We need people in person as well, Eric.
Oh, I know. But we have an incredible group of volunteers online. And, you know, the more hands that are in there helping, the less the burden. So definitely check that out. And I misspoke again. I'm really having a rough time today, Jamie. Somebody said, Eric, are you happy to be wrong or happy to be corrected? I'm happy to be corrected and learn when I'm wrong so that I can not do that again.
Yeah.
Good call.
It had been long enough that I was going to bring it up after the show, but I was going to say, okay, you can be happy to be wrong, but aren't you happier when you find right? Like,
I said the exact opposite of what I was thinking, and I'm really glad I got called. Yeah. I'm happy to be corrected. I'm not happy to be wrong. I want to learn when I'm wrong so that I can adjust that and be better for it.